Hi there, it's Daniel Gossage of bestbonusking.com. VoiceMatic is the world's first AI-powered marketing voice funnel software that is going to help you manage your contacts, messages and leads using voice funnels instead of the traditional email follow-ups or web pages. VoiceMatic enables you to follow up any missed or incoming calls automatically, and without the need to dial any numbers, it auto follow-ups via pre-configured drag and drop voice messages onto a calendar and preset sequences. It comes complete with plenty of robust features such as basic call tracking, ability to manage multiple clients' accounts, and add an endless amount of text to speech, call status if connected, or fail and voicemail drops, etc. Remember, I'll also be including my massive affiliate marketing super bonuses that will help you to get the best out of VoiceMatic. And my full set of bonuses will be waiting for you in the download area when you pick up VoiceMatic today through my bonus page, which you should go and check out by clicking on that link that's right below this video in the description. VoiceMatic simply puts it as a voice responder and voice creation funnel that is going to manage and also convert your contacts, messages and leads with voice calls and without ever having to pick up the phone. You'll now be able to easily follow up on any incoming or missed calls and without the need to dial on any numbers via a powerful pre-configured drag and drop voice messages and preset sequences. You automatically track and get instant analytics on inbound and total outbound calls for your business. It'll be so easy for you to create follow-up voice-based marketing campaigns for your very own business or for our local business clients and charge a massive monthly fee. You'll have everything that you need to create unlimited voice responders, messages, schedule follow-up calls using a drag and drop calendar and deliver them automatically without having to touch the phone. Everything really has been made easy with no tech skills needed. This really is state-of-the-art, true artificial intelligence technology that makes creating automated voice funnels a simple drag and drop experience for anyone. You'll be able to create unlimited text-to-speech messages and easily store them in the cloud for future use in special promos such as holidays, sales, promos, deals, etc. And with full commercial rights included, it's going to be easy to add another recurrent income stream to your business by providing voice funnel services to your businesses all over the world. And the front end of VoiceMatic is priced at a very low $47 and comes complete with commercial rights. Then one-time offer number 1 is priced at $37 and is for serious people that really want to get the most out of VoiceMatic. You'll be getting 20 done for you voice funnels and access to the monthly funnel template club. Then one-time offer number 2 is the reseller package that comes with 50 licenses which are priced at $79 or 200 licenses priced at $99. This is a great offer for those of you that want to make money reselling this very powerful package that nobody else is currently selling. This really is for the people that demand first mover advantage. Then one-time offer number 3, it's the consultant pack priced at a very low, reasonable $69. Then one-time offer number 4 is the VoiceMatic Masterclass, and it includes all of the training that you'll ever need. This is a fantastic training course that you should not miss out on. Remember, I'm also including my massive affiliate marketing super bonuses that will help you get the best out of VoiceMatic. And my full set of bonuses will be waiting for you in the download area when you pick up VoiceMatic through my bonus page today, which you should check out by clicking on that link that's right below this video in the description. And I hope you enjoy the demo video and I hope to see you soon. Take care for now.
Okay, now that we're signed in, I'm going to take you into our main dashboard. And so here in our dashboard, we give users an overall picture on activity within specific accounts. So whether it be a client's account or their accounts, no matter what, they'll always see stats according to their specific accounts. So here we have a total of inbound calls, total outbound calls, and here are today's stats. So today's stats, we have 0 inbound calls, and total outbound calls 0. Okay. Now I want you to keep in mind that VoiceMatic is a follow-up system, so it focuses just on that specific area. Okay. So think of it as your autoresponder. Okay. Your autoresponder, trigger is an automatic follow-up. So that's essentially what's happening here. And so within this dashboard, right on the home page, users can see that right away. They can see activity in relations to their follow-ups. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the next feature. I'm going to go into our primary, and then I'm going to give you a breakdown on integration. Okay, so we integrate with Twilio. However, we've made it super easy for our users to plug and play so that they can leverage our platform. Okay, now down on the bottom, we have an autoresponder that could be set by default. So here we have some, voice and text-to-speech responses set up here, and then we could decide to disable or enable it, and just click update, and we're ready to rock and roll. For now, I have it just disabled, so for this tutorial, we'll just keep it moving forward. So I'm gonna go into our campaigns portion. I developed the campaigns portion because we have a lot of clients, and not only that, thinking marketplace, we wanted our ideal buyer to essentially use this in their consulting business. Okay, so we've made it super easy for them to sell this as a service, or just potentially give it away. Okay, so there's a lot of flexibility here is what I'm saying. Okay, so here we got a bunch of test data, but usually if I wanted to add a client, I would just click on add. I would formulate the account for them. Okay, so I would just follow the basic steps and just create the account, and we're good to go. So the beauty about this is that now users can go ahead and like I mentioned briefly, they can sell this as a service and manage multiple accounts super easy. Okay, so when you log into each account, it pretty much looks the exact same, except the data looks different, based on the numbers that they have and things of that nature. Which speaking of numbers, I want to clarify. Okay, so you definitely need a Twilio number to be able to use our platform. It's usually like $1, so it's not anything that's gonna hurt the pockets or anything like that. And that's pretty much all you need, along with your own personal number, so you could just hear the text to speech, or you could test your messages and things of that nature. Okay, so for campaigns, super easy. Okay, you can just go ahead, like let's say you have a bunch of clients, you could just type it alphabetically, like A, and then it'll sort by A, B, and C, and so on and so forth. We wanted to make that process easy. Okay, so let's go on to the text to speech area. Okay, here's where a lot of the magic really happens. Okay, we got a lot of test data here, just because I wanted to just fully demonstrate to you how it all works. Okay, so I'm going to go into add text to speech, and then we'll go into this dashboard here, so you have full clarity on this area here. Okay, so we have our text to speech. Okay, so we could give this a name, like this could be like number 1, for example. I could type in my text to speech. Okay, and in our training, I'll show the users how to work with our system so that the messages sound as real as possible when they send them out. Completely compliant. We're doing this through various APIs. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on to voice. With voice, it's only audio, so MPEG or MP3 files only. Okay, so let's say your buyers have a promo that they're doing for maybe a client, they can absolutely upload that. Let's say that there's a digital marketer with a list and they want to promote a particular offer, okay, via phone, maybe pay-per-call offers, etc. They can absolutely do that as well. Super easy, just upload it, click submit, and you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so a lot of flexibility here, a lot of cool things that you can do using this platform. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into view all and just give you a breakdown. Okay, so once you create the text to speech, they'll pretty much show here, just like you see here. These are a bunch of test calls that we have here just for you to see visually. Okay, you could preview your text to speech, you could remove it, you can go back and edit it. So there's a lot of flexibility there. You could even listen to it right from your computer. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of cool things that you can do there. Okay, now if you're watching this and you want to request demo access for your audience, absolutely reach out to Dr. Opie or myself, and we'll be more than happy to give you full access to this so that you can get in here and give it a test run. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead into schedule a call. This is another vital area for our platform. Okay, and I'll explain why. Okay, when we originally built this platform, I was thinking more about follow-ups. Okay, there's a lot of systems out there that you can send calls and things like that, but they don't really focus on the follow-up. VoiceMatic solves that problem by allowing you to drag and drop any incoming calls. I'll explain how it works. So here we got our calls to schedule. Any incoming calls, like let's say I went ahead and bought a number from Twilio, I can place it on my website, send a bunch of traffic to it, Google, Facebook, however, send it right to that number, and all the numbers are pretty much show right here. Okay, so this is just an example number. Okay, now something really cool that you can do before I go into the drag and drop, click on this little exclamation point here, and you can see how many times that number called. Okay, so this is important. Okay, not just for offliners, but for guys in the online world. Maybe it's someone needing urgent help, or maybe it's a potential customer, or maybe it's a potential client. We just never know. So by looking at this data here, we can determine what this person called me 3 times. I can export this, so we have that data. We can pass it on to someone else. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose this one here. Let's just choose this text to speech. I can drag and drop. All right, so I could drag and drop it onto 6:21. So I could go ahead and just drag and drop it onto 10 a.m. All right, using the text to speech Opie. Okay, so you'll see that in just a few seconds it'll show up there. There we go. So basically what happens now that we drag and drop that in, our system on this time and date will automatically follow up with that number with a specific text to speech. So if it's a potential client, prospect, buyer, they're going to get that message. Okay, so we have that set there. Now we wanted to give users more flexibility, so there's a lot more that you can do there. Okay, or within this portion here of the platform. So you can schedule calls manually. Okay, so this could be any number here. Maybe you want to send out to a specific number. You want to choose a specific text to speech, date and time. You click add, and it'll basically be sent out, added onto the calendar on that specific date and time. We give way more control than that. Okay, you could also manually, just by clicking add preset, you can add a bunch of presets. Okay, and you can do this all manually, and it works beautifully, like once you get this up and running. Okay, so with presets, you can preset, for example, a specific date, a start date, and end date. You can choose whatever text to speech or voice recording that you want, and every week for 1 month, or every month for 1 year, the system will continue to follow up. So for example, every Tuesday of the month, the system will follow up for as long as you set it. Okay, now these are just some example dates here, but I could edit this to be 06 22 2019, starting at 1:45 p.m. and so on and so forth. So we give them more flexibility. We know that this is something that potential buyers are going to request. We know that this is coming, so we went ahead and created that capability. So they have the option to create a bunch of presets on a specific date and time. So they got a bunch of unique things that they can do all on this one page, drag and drop, schedule calls manually for one specific number, add presets for a bunch of numbers. There's a lot of cool things that you can do here. Okay, so now that that's clear, I'm going to go on to the next, batch schedule calls. Okay, so thinking more about flexibility and giving users the ability to do just more than just schedule for incoming callers, we know that a lot of our potential buyers have numbers laying around. Okay, we even had that problem. We had books and books of numbers with customers and things like that. We just weren't doing anything with these numbers. So within this area here, you can do a lot of cool things. So I'm just gonna go ahead and type in JV. Okay, I'm gonna just type in JV there, and then I'm gonna click next. Okay, now here's what you can do. All right, you can upload just by following our template, upload a bunch of numbers with a specific text to speech, or you can just copy and paste a bunch of numbers. And for example, I'll just put my number here. Okay, and I'm just gonna click next. All right, so now I could actually choose the date and time that I want this call to go out. Okay, so I can choose, the text to speech, so I can just write test here, and just go ahead and finish it up, and we'll have it within our system. Okay, now this is a quick test, so I'm not going to go ahead and click finish up because it's going to blow up the phone. Okay, so on this specific date and time, this text to speech, this number will go out to this specific number here, and that's it. That's as easy as it is. All right, and you could do this for a bunch of numbers. All right, so again, if you have a bunch of numbers laying around, your buyers have numbers laying around, they can absolutely do a lot with those numbers, with the text to speech, with the MP3s. We're going to have a bunch of detailed training on how they can scale this out, completely detailed. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next here. I'm going to go into our schedule calls status. Okay, again, thinking about data, thinking about information, this is going to be big. So any scheduled calls that you set up on your batch calls area, you definitely will be able to see them in this area here. So if you click on view status, you can view the status on it, and I'll just click view status so you can see that the numbers have been scheduled. These are just a bunch of test calls that are set up. So I'm going to go back into scheduled calls, or scheduled call status. And then down beneath it, you have the actual scheduled calls. Okay, so you got a full list of them here for you to see. You got the bulk scheduled calls up here. So everything is completely visible. They can export. The ability to export is there for them. And then any incoming callers, you got them on this page here. I'm just going to click on incoming calls. All right, so you can see them all here. So any numbers that might have come in, you can actually export them and get them, keep recycling them over and over, keep sending them content via text to speech or MP3. Is completely up to your buyers. We give them massive flexibility here.